What is up, budgeting family and friends? My name is Shirria. This is the Shirria Mag channel where I am documenting our six-figure debt-free journey as an entrepreneurial licensed clinical social worker with her own private practice along with my husband, who is a welder. Together, we have a combined income of about $130,000, and we started our debt-free journey in October of 2023 with $305,884 worth of debt. And the goal is to have this debt completely paid off by December 31st, 2026. We are documenting our debt-free journey and sharing it with you guys. We also do monthly budgets, weekly budgets, debt updates, and because I am an entrepreneur, I do also share the income that I was able to make at the end of every month. I do also do Transfer Tuesdays to hold us more accountable so that we are making consistent progress towards our debt-free journey. Today's video is our April budget closeout, and we will get right into it. So as always, I have my budgeting template on the screen. So this budget was from April the 1st to April the 30th, and I recently shared the debt that we were able to eliminate for the month of April. But I do like to go in and do a quick reflection or a reflection of what we were able to accomplish and what our numbers were looking like for the month of April, as well as to notice any improvements that we need to make in the following month to increase or continue our intentionality and our consistency with eliminating this debt. So we'll go down to the income. So the income for the month of April was planned at $9,896.68, which is the combination of my husband's full-time job, my full-time job or my private practice, and my part-time job. If you did watch my recent update, you do know, or my debt confession update for April, you do know that I did quit my part-time job, and I explained in that video several reasons why. I also gave a brief summary as to why on my TikTok finance page, but the month of April did include that income, and some of that income will also be included in the month of May. So we had a planned income of $800 for my husband. In the first week he earned $793.17. The second week he earned $790.74, $805.58, and $78.29 for the month of April. And then my income is always the same, $936.67. That's always planned, and that's always the actual. For the planned income from my part-time job, I had planned $1,050. In the first week, I got $1,144.37. And then the second paycheck, I got $1,116.24. Our rental income is always the same, $850. My husband did bring in $1,489.90 in a side hustle, and that's not actually accurate. What happened was we transferred $989 out of the savings account that we have for my daughter to pay her rent, but it was categorized as side hustle income. I have since changed that. And then I did not earn $2,000 in side hustle money. I actually transferred that out of my savings account, my high yield savings account, to our checking account to pay my taxes, my federal taxes. So that brought our actual income to $13,524.97. We go over to savings, and savings for the month of April was planned at $1,180, but that included $200 in my high yield savings account, and I did save $200. $200 for my husband's savings account, $20 for M1 Finance, and that was the actual match. $200 for Christmas, but we only put $144.43 into the Christmas account. Princeton got $40, and my daughter, we planned to save $210, but we were only able to put $110.39 because, again, we cover the expenses that she charges on the American Express out of that money. For bills, so that brought our actual savings for the month of April to $1,084.82. Bills for the month of April were planned at $2,436.34. That was with $1,330 $31.98 on the Wells Fargo home mortgage. Farm Bureau, which is our life insurance, at $133.26, and we did actually pay that. Apple Storage at $9.99, and we did actually pay that. My husband's cell phone at $58, and we did actually pay that. Music and Arts, for whatever reason, came out twice this month at $41.63, so we actually paid $83.26, $25.05 to Planet Fitness, and I actually did pay $25.05, $97.78 to Foremost, and for whatever reason, it was canceled. It was supposed to be on automatic draft. It was canceled in the month of April, and so we actually had to pay that at the end of April. We had to pay $195.56. We actually had a negative balance for our electric bill for the month of April. I wish they would have refunded that in the amount of the check, but we did not have to pay anything for the month of April. Netflix, we had $16.54, and for whatever reason, $33.08 came out. And I think what happened, because Netflix is due on the 27th, it actually ended up coming out on the 29th, and it showed up, or maybe I just logged the transactions twice, because I did do that a couple of times in April. And then for whatever reason, our auto insurance did not come out for the month of April, but that is usually budgeted at $392.11. So our actual bills for the month of April were $1,870.18. The expenses for the month of April were planned at $2,570, and this is where things go left. Groceries were planned at $600, and we spent $698.42. And this is really because I'm trying to be more intentional about buying healthier versions of foods. I'm incorporating more fruits and vegetables into our budget and into our diet, and planning for that since I do grocery shop weekly. Gas was planned at $500, and we spent $441.93. Beauty maintenance was planned at $100, and I spent $22.08. Yeah. Boys hair at $50, and nothing came out of that. Toiletries at $200, and nothing came out of that. Household at $200, and we spent $50 for the month. Fast food was budgeted at $200, and we spent $526.51. Date night, we had put $50, and probably some of that went into this. I guess I need to be more intentional in figuring out what that is. $0 for spend for me and my husband. Miscellaneous was planned at $320, and we spent $3,197.02. But I will say that the tax payments, the IRS payments, and things like that were categorized as miscellaneous payments, and then I put IRS, federal taxes, state taxes, blah, blah, blah. $250 in tithe, and we did not tithe for the month of April because I knew I was considering leaving my part-time job, and I really wanted to make sure to get that city card paid off because the interest is planning to accrue in June. And then car maintenance, we recently added that, so we had planned $100, but we didn't put anything into that fund. So that brought our actual expenses to $4,935.96. And because we were over in groceries and fast food and miscellaneous, I will review those transactions towards the end of the video. For debt, which was reviewed in our debt update, so I'm not going to go over it in detail. If you do want to know the details of the debt we were able to pay and why, then I suggest you watch our April debt confession update. But we had planned to put $2,368.20, which is just the minimums on all of our debts, towards or cover the minimums for our debts. And we actually put $7,795.52 towards that. So we go up to the budgeted versus the actual. The planned income was $9,896.68. The actual